going on, everyone? Listen, I just want to bring you a new video concerning the Washington football team name change news. Look, it's been a while since I've heard anything about it. I know Jason Wright had mentioned and the team had mentioned that they might keep the Washington football team name, which I hate. I don't know about you guys, but I'd love to have some other name like Redwolves, Redhawks. I don't care, just something other than the Washington football team. So I was doing my research and I came across an article on adage.com. I've never heard of this website, but it says here Washington football team enlists Code and Theory, which is a company, Code and Theory, to find new name following review. That's quite interesting because the last time Jason Wright talked about the name change, he alluded to the fact that we would keep our name Washington football team, or we might keep the name Washington football team. It says the Washington football team is getting a rebranding and Stagwell Group's Code and Theory is getting the assignment. Again, good news because that means that perhaps we're moving forward with a real name change. We're not just going to keep the Washington football team moniker, which is just a no name. It's a brand that just doesn't feel right for the team. Now, a lot of people have thought that since the team went to the playoffs this year, that perhaps they will keep the name. There's a lot of superstitious people out there. To me, the name is a campy cachet. It's just a name that's a filler before we find another one. And that's exactly what Jason Wright said in this article. His quote, he said, Code and Theory, that's the company, is perfect for the next phase of the team's rebranding journey because of its deep knowledge of the process. So for me, I mean, if they're going to go and they're going to hire a company to go into the next phase of finding a name for our team, it says a lot about how we're moving and what direction we're moving. It doesn't look like that we're going to keep the Washington football team name at this point, that we're actually moving forward to find a legitimate name. And for me, anything other than the Washington football team is great. For example, the Redwolves, I'd love to have a hat with a wolf on it, instead of WFT or Washington football team, like my hat here. Washington football team with a big old W on it. I like the W. I think that's pretty sweet. In fact, I could see having helmets with just a W on it. But I also like the idea of having a wolf or a hawk or whatever name we choose. It has to be something where we can display some type of icon, We could have a battle cry. For the Redwolves, we could have like a, something like that, right? Hey, that's not the best, but it would work. You could hear the crowd doing that after a touchdown or maybe a first down. I think we keep the original song. I love it. You just won't have the Redskins in it. You like that battle war song that we've always had throughout the years. So I still like the idea of keeping that. I don't know if anyone out there who thinks the Washington football team is a name that we need to stick with at this point. And from this article, it doesn't look like that's what we're going to do. It looks like we're moving forward. In fact, that article was posted 3 days ago. So it's a relatively new article concerning our name and how our team is moving forward with it. There was no mention, I don't think, in there of Snyder and his comments, because I think that he's put that all in the hands of Jason Wright and most likely Doug Williams as well, because I know that he's heading up some of that. I just want to say that name change is still circling out there. They're still looking, and hopefully we're going to find a legitimate name other than the Washington football team. And with the hiring of this new company, it looks like that's exactly the direction in which we're moving. So, hey, be excited about that. Hey, if you have any ideas of the name that you like, even if it's the Washington football team name that we have right now, just leave your comments below and let me know what you think about it, because I'm really excited about the fact that we're most likely moving in the right direction with finding a new name. Yeah, so which name do you prefer? Just throw some out there for me. I'd love to hear them. Also, don't forget to subscribe, smash that like button, and tickle that notification bell so that you know of future content that I upload. Anyway, that's it for me. You guys stay safe, be well. I'll see you in the next video.